Hello, my name is prOphecy Sun, and I am an interdisciplinary performance artist, queer movement video sound maker, and I'm also the mother of two little ones. I'm a recent PhD graduate from Simon Fraser University, and I hold an MFA and BFA from Emily Carr University of Art and Design. I'm also a fifth-generation settler living between two cities, between Nelson, which is on the ancestral territories of the Sinixt, as well as Vancouver, which is on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. I often work collaboratively, and I am drawn to time-based and sonic explorations, and this takes many different forms. I recently completed an 8-month Jack and Doris Shadbolt Fellowship where I did a residency in situ on the unceded territories of the Tsawwassen and Yale nations near the Fraser Delta salt marshes and tidal flats on the west coast of British Columbia. During this time, I produced a series of immersive and video sound composition, text, as well as a book chapter that foregrounded different ways of rhythmic shifts and cyclical patterns of bodies and masses moving across distance. The name of this new exhibition is called Queering the Dams. In October of 2020, I started working on this piece to explore my relationship with the Kootenay Dams, which is near Nelson, BC, and as Eileen Perks suggests, many catastrophic impacts took place because of the Columbia River Treaty, which was enacted in 1964. For example, people were displaced, and animals and other environmental systems were forever changed. I see this legacy even now today and hear stories from my mother and from family members about some of these changes that were taking place over time. The goal of this work was to create a series of interactions with the landscape that generate new narratives and also unsettle my relationship with this place. The title draws on notions of queering, which I see as a reshaping and remaking practice, bringing things to the visible as well as enacting moments of change. My family has over 150 years of history in the Kootenay region, including relatives who worked on building the dams, and also those who opposed their construction and wrote protest songs that are featured in the local archives. For example, my Uncle Joe Irving and bandmate Skip Fraser, they're known as Skip and Joe, they released their track, The Dam Song, on 7-inch vinyl for the label Kinjar in the 1960s. A streaming recording still exists on YouTube if you want to seek it out. The Dam Song really sticks with me today. The looping large-scale piece highlights various aerial and ground level angles of my body moving with an inflatable across sections of the Kootenay Dams. The inflatable for me is like an extension of my body. It's like a piece of the air, also a piece of the water from below. I'm inspired by everything that surrounds me, including plants, animals, water, air, land, light, bodies. I'm also really inspired by the frequencies that we can hear and the ones that we cannot hear, and how these shape and formulate and are revealed in different ways. During the span of making this piece, I consecutively went back to 5 different locations and in different weather climates. I often captured photographs, field recordings, videos, and also text. And some of the shoots involved exploring these spaces with my partner and my 2 young children, and other times I ventured out on solo trips. I was particularly drawn to the spring and fall systems and found that these were also the most challenging for me. In the most recent shoot, I wanted to extract different views of the land. Before I was shooting mostly from the ground, and in this case, I wanted to showcase the majesty and expansiveness of the dams, and so I wrangled my colleague and collaborator, Reese Montine, to help me mitigate the terrain from new vantage and aerial points above using drones. Throughout, I also focused on many moments of capturing the environmental textures of the areas, and I have woven some of these sonic textures and frequencies and other elements alongside snippets of my voice throughout the piece. I really hope that audience members will feel the tensions that exist in this location, but also possibly feel the dreamy-like quality that still exists between realms of consciousness and also reality.